The best always come.
Overall PGT history, this is the greatest run.
Because of the prestige. Because of the pursuits.
The moment belongs to this guy.
Because of the prize.
Unbelievable. He just wins it.
They're here for the U.S. Poker Open 2025 edition.
All in.
Saliba jams.
1.4.
Lou will make sure, but we're pretty sure the chips will go in here.
This is a very interesting shove by Saliba, considering the shorter stacks at this table. You can see it's applying a ton of pressure to Ping Lu as well. I assume this is a mandatory call. There it is.
And there is that call. And here we go. Justin Saliba's tournament life on the line early at this final table. $2.75 million in this pot.
1.335.
Either Lou becomes our chip leader or Saliba's back in business. Gonna be hard for Saliba to find that business.
He's got plenty of backdoors. Well,
the turn is a queen, and that will do it for Justin Saliba on the board at the 2025 U.S. Poker Open, out in 7th, $25,800. Peters with the ace-9 suited.
wow, out of the big blind, ace-9 suited. Yeah, eat it. All of it, almost.
It's 8, 25. 25.
We have fold equity if we're Ping Lu. We can posture a moment. Don't believe we're getting it in with King 6.
All in.
Well, okay.
Yes,
let's just
we
get it in
are.
with King 6 off.
Haley.
Wow.
The King 6 versus the ace-9 suited. Peters in a nice spot,
Ace-9
almost a
suited,
2-to-1
King 6.
favorite.
I'm genuinely
suited.
surprised with the King 6.
$1.85 million. Peters could be back to almost 20 bigs. Haley looking on from the rail. 10-7-6. All clubs as Lou takes the lead. Turn is a 5. The straight draw still there for Peters. Could also find the ace or the 9, or his day is done. The river is another 6. And that does it for David Peters.
Anybody fuck.
Two buddies saying their goodbyes. Deep Heats out the door. I'm still somewhat surprised. In Independence Day, they had like those tentacle things. And that was based on a true story, that movie.
It was. Arellano looks down at the ace-queen. This would be quite the story, from satellite winner to USPO winner. Finds the goods when Foxen jams. So Arellano looks to get back to 1.7 million.
Chrissy looking for that mallard.
$6-3-3. Good start to the proceedings for Arellano. Turn is a 9, safe turn card. Kristen needs a deuce.
Oh my
and there
God.
it is on the river.
Are you kidding me?
The mallard finds its way to the pond.
Yeah, they love the water. They love the river. And what a horrible beat for our satellite qualifier.
I was not expecting that.
I was not at all.
Michael Arellano out of here in
How
fifth.
much am I paying
I was
him?
visualizing and I was like,
Yeah.
The entire arena will be supporting Luca, and it's a road game for him. I don't think, because usually when he's on the road, he's kind of the villain.
Sure,
you know?
sure.
Leads the league in technical fouls by a large margin. But now he's coming home, back home to Dallas, where he was currently buying a home. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, he was.
And the fans are going to be loving him, cheering for him. Maybe he has a dud of a game because he's not used to the support.
It will be different. It will be emotional for him, I'm sure.
Now, will the GM for Dallas be sitting courtside, you think?
I don't think he'll be sitting in a space where we could see him.
You gonna wake up with something next time? You do.
gotta watch him shuffle the cards that I can feel it out.
Leora in the chat thinks that Luca's going to have 50 tonight.
Okay, see it. River 3. Ping finds trip threes.
Small pot, but
could get a bet and a call in. Yeah?
I'm wondering if he can just get called if he leads out. Turn did go check, check.
10 seconds.
Chrissy certainly has a bluff catcher with that pair of sixes.
425.
Looks for 425K.
Can see that stare down.
Find the fold.
Flop went bet, call. Ping let out on the flop. Chrissy just called. Turn goes check, check. And now Ping fires 425 on the river. Would he play a king like this? Absolutely. Could he find value for even a hand like a jack? For sure. Certainly we're worried about trips, but there are a variety of bluffs that Ping can show up with.
Time extension used for another 30 seconds to act.
Bit of a pickle for Chrissy.
10 seconds. Time extension.
Another time extension into the middle.
Every pot critical. I know it doesn't look like the biggest pot of the day. It certainly won't be, but every chip needs to be cherished. Every decision needs to be sound.
These are the make or break spots.
Wow.
Fantastic lay down there by Foxen.
It's excellent.
Too. That's fun. Day one coverage is a blast.
I've got family coming to town, so I'll probably be out of the circus
That's
for
fine,
those
that's
evening
fine, allowed.
shows.
For Passover?
I am a member of the tribe now.
Yes, you are.
But no, not
One
for.
million.
Well, you know what? Yeah, we'll say it is.
Well, how much
Why
gold
not?
is it?
We'll celebrate Passover.
Anderson
One
opens
million.
with the
Yeah.
queen jack to 250K. Who in the big blind with 2 4s.
Is shoved
puts it
time
in.
and time again on Anderson.
5, right?
Yeah, 1.075.
Okay, all in.
And here we go. Who with the 4s? Anderson, the queen jack.
Anderson's had enough. He says, Queen Jack, I'm not folding this one. Let's get it in. See if I can get rid of Anthony who's been all in time and time again.
Good luck.
Thanks, bro.
Flip a coin. Goes Anderson's way so far.
Here comes the diamonds.
Couple backdoor draws
diamonds?
for who?
Nah, just 8 of diamonds.
Okay.
Anderson says, here comes the diamonds. And there is the king of diamonds on the turn.
Never a
Flush draw
doubt.
there for who?
11
One diamond
outs.
though, right?
But also
one
find a
diamond.
4.
It's like one more.
He's already won one here.
Who the 3-1 dog?
That's true.
River,
Good
6
game.
of spades. We say good game to Anthony Hu. A nice job laddering his Dans in fourth, $51,600.
Yeah, he came in thinking there's
Good
a
battle.
pretty good chance
Yeah.
he could just
I feel
get
like I
seventh
witnessed
or
a lot
sixth.
of, yeah, seriously.
Instead, it's 50 dimes.
Go.
Yeah.
King, queen, queen.
This is incredible. What a run for Chrissy. And on the right side of distribution and good fortune at the moment. Inevitable that Ping Lu will lose some chips with top pair. Just a limped pot pre.
That goes check, check. But the
Oh,
turn
my.
is another king.
Now inevitable that Chrissy will lose some chips.
That's 125.
Lou leads for 125,000.
We simply can't fold. Would be insane.
Calls here on the turn. The real question will come on the river, which is a 10.
Well, the straight flush and royal flushes get there.
Good point.
How much, though, from Ping? What does he want to do with this king?
Goes about half pot.
I mean, it looks and screams value. I don't think Chrissy can get away from this. It would be heroic and an absurd fold if she can just flick a queen into the muck. Such a small bet. Yeah.
Does raise to 1.1 million. Ping will flick in the call and will regain the chip lead.
Certainly don't falter. Try to get
Sure.
value there with the queen.
All in.
And now he can just start doing this. Francis with the ace-jack wakes up, makes the call, and here we go. Anderson in great shape here to get back up to almost 4 million in chips.
I got the clubs. Clubs and
If Luke gets there, we're heads up. Don't think he's going to get there as it comes jack, jack, deuce.
They need the short stack to double one hand at the small table. Make it interesting.
And just like that, Francis Anderson is right back in this thing.
Yeah. You want me to bring? I'll bring this over. 3.85.
Nines to go for Chrissy.
all in.
And Lou jams. Foxen happy to make the call. Really happy to see the jack 7. Foxen could take the chip lead here. Nine in the window.
What?
Here comes Jack 9-7.
Okay.
A flop?
Chips would have gotten in at some point, I guess. Lou looks for a jack to score the KO.
Flop anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
10.
Turn is a queen. Foxen just has to dodge a jack.
Only 2 outs in the deck.
And the river is an ace, and Kristen Foxen is back to the chip leader position.
All in.
Can I get a count,
Five
please?
suited, all of it. Foxen asks for a count.
Wow.
I don't think I'm folding, but
Seems like a call with King 9. For only 5 bigs or so.
1.775.
I think we're in. Yep.
She agrees, and here we go. Ping Lu all in and at risk once more. This time, though, he's dominated. Would get back up to about 13 bigs if he won this one. Ace 8-6. Lou looks for a 5. The turn is a jack, presents some chop outs. In the form of a 6 or an 8. River card. How about a
What?
5
No way.
for Ping Lu?
Are you kidding?
Wow.
One.
And we stay
1.7.
three-handed.
Okay. 1.5.
What is happening?
Sure so.
Thank goodness we got the AC units
Oh yeah, he fixed that.
installed. Yeah. Brand new.
All
Here we
in
go.
and a call. Foxen jams the ace deuce. Anderson snaps it off with the 2 10s. 11.7 million in the pot. Ping Lu, a very interested observer in line for a 26K pay jump. Even if Foxen finds a way, Anderson is down to just 2.5 bigs. And Foxen does find a way as it comes 5 deuce deuce.
That's my kind of flop.
There's still a 10 in there.
Francis is sick.
Goes from dominant to dominated. Needs a 10. Doesn't find it on the turn. River card is a 6. We stay three-handed, and Kristen Foxen takes a massive chip lead.
The Mallard Mama, the superstar, finds a way. A dirty bad beat delivered to Mr. Anderson, and he is just absolutely disgusted.
He's crushed. Mix Stephen Chidwick as well. Sean Winter and Martin Zamani,
6.
other series champions.
All in.
Oh,
Foxen opens, Anderson in for all of it with the Jack 9.
$7.25.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll be.
Foxen was about to say, you'll be happy to see this, I think.
She gets
Something
it in
along
good.
those lines. And Anderson is the slight underdog.
No, you're going to win this one.
2 million in the pot. Will three-handed play continue? King 10-3 opens up a couple more outs for
think you're owed
Anderson
one.
in the form of a queen.
We've all sucked out.
Looks for a
few
queen,
times.
jack, or
I don't
nine.
think you have yet.
Does not find it on the turn. 9 outs approaching this river card. And that river is an 8,
Damn,
and we are
unlucky.
finally down to heads up.
Unlucky, likewise.
All good. Good luck, guys.
Classy way
Thank you.
to exit for Francis Anderson. A 7 suited now for Foxen on the button.
All in.
All of it. Lou with the king jack makes the call. Here we go. Lou looks to get back up to 5.6 million. Foxen looks to win event number 1. Queen 6-3 with 2 hearts. Ace high still good. It does have the flush draw as well. You see the outs for Lou top of your screen. Looks for a king or jack. That's not a heart. That's it. Kristen Foxen
Quite the
adds a
battle.
U.S. Poker
Stay with
Open
you.
tournament title to her resume.
Thank you.
Back-to-back hands to seal it off by making the stone cold
What'd you have
nuts.
on the foresight?
I like ginned the turn so hard.
Oh,
10-8 of spades. Yeah. So.
I rivered a set.
Oh wow. Okay.
Fives.
Yeah. Probably could have played differently. I did. Thank you.
All right.
Get to work.
She did
get
win,
some
Chino.
points.
Incredible.
She leads Chino Ream on the 2025 PGT
Okay.
leaderboard
Cool.
now after this win, and she leads
Oh,
the
it's in
way
GG.
in the race for the
GG.
U.S. Poker Open Series Championship
10-8 of
and that
spades.
25,000 PGT passport and that illustrious, that prestigious Golden Eagle. Ping Lu with a nice first showing as well, winning $96,750. A hug from his wife, Kathy. A nice consolation prize. 97 points in the race for the series championship. We wrap it all up with a look at the final table results presented by Global Poker. The 2-time series champion David Peters' final tables, the first event, wins a little bit more than 32K. Francis Anderson entering the day with the chip lead, ending the day in brutal fashion, losing to Kristen Foxen. 10s versus ace deuce. Finishes in third for almost 71K. So she has a PokerGo Cup title, she has a Poker Masters title, and now she has a U.S. Poker Open tournament title. And that comes with pole position
Always in a hand.
in the race for the 2025 U.S. Poker Open. Alex will come in for a victory picture later. Kristen Foxen, certainly a threat here to win the U.S. Poker Open. What an action-packed final table to kick things off at one of the most prestigious series in the game. For our entire crew, for Brent Hanks, I'm Jeff Platt. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time at the 2025 U.S. Poker Open.